people get bonus damage against targets that are adjacent to them.
Right.
And basically I remind them to watch where they're shooting so they can't hurt allies.
No, that's
So
pretty
it's
good.
great because, right, run the guy with the chainsword in, he clogs everybody up, and then tell the psyker to do chain lightning. It still hits my guy with the
I fucking hate you.
What?
Listen,
Not you.
why do you not just mute the soundboard on my profile?
Yeah, you
I
really
really
should do
should.
that, Nose.
It's all on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, let me put it this way. In the first hour of the game,
Yeah.
I've met a rogue trader.
Okay.
I've seen a cathedral on a void ship. I've seen a trophy room that has a Lehman fucking Russ. I've been stabbed by a chaos knife. Killed a chaos spawn of Zinch, and taken over a rogue trader ship.
That sounds great.
What's this in?
Your first three
Sounds like 40K.
companions. Your first companion is a guy from the Imperial Navy who really likes chain sorting people, and he is the stern and stiff upper lip officer. You have a sister of battle. Don't worry, it's not an ugly sister of battle. It's a pretty sister of battle.
Outstanding.
Based.
Yeah, but how many heretics does she kill? That's what's the most
Lots.
important.
She comes with.
Ah.
She's got a bolter and she's ready to use it.
Wonderful.
And then you have an unsanctioned female psyker.
Oh, nice.
She is of African descent, but that doesn't matter.
Okay, like 40K is like one of the very few where you can just get away with nearly anything.
Yeah.
As long as it's human and it's killing non-humans, it's okay.
She deals with first of all, she hears the psychic. Her particular psychic power manifests as hearing whispers. So she's essentially a Malkavian.
Yeah.
Or schizophrenic.
Yeah.
Or schizophrenic.
Or schizophrenic. Just a reminder, she's a psyker. It's not mutually exclusive.
Imagine a psycho who thought their fucking power was hearing whispers, but they're just schizophrenic and never actually realized what their power was.
That would be hilarious.
I'd be more amused by I don't know, would Zinch get behind this?
Yeah, he might.
Of a schizophrenic, where Zinch just kind of plots their entire life to make it look like their schizophrenia is actually psyker powers. But
that would be amazing.
But they have no psyker powers.
But they actually have no psyker powers at all whatsoever.
There's just a Lord of Change following them at all times using psyker powers.
Like they're fucking hearing whispers and they're seeing illusions,
and it's
like
just the Lord of Change bitching.
Yeah.
Like, why is the Lord of Change hiding behind that boulder? Don't worry about it.
And the guy's like, the voices told me you're a heretic and you're sacrificing everything to Korn. And the guy's like, how the fuck did he know? Oh my god, he's a psychic.
Oh god, he ripped the secrets right out of my mind. Lord of Change in the corner. Oh my god, you're literally wearing a sign that says skulls for the Skull Throne.
How are my followers this fucking dumb?
What?
But Sneaky, I think you'll approve of this particular female psyker. She deals with her whispering by drinking lots of booze.
Excellent. That's how you do it.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's how you do it.
That's how I get rid of the voices.
Exactly.
At some point, I'm gonna get a Space Wolf, which is great. But like, I mean, like everything you want to be in a crunchy RPG, it's there. You listen. Your character's not fucking special. You don't start out knowing how to use power weapons or plasma weapons or melta-guns or heavy weapons. You skill into that shit.
Nice, I dig it. Okay.
Yeah. No, son, he comes across an actual psyker, but Sench is having so much fucking fun that he helps him get past him.
Yeah, no. Just 100%. It's like endless bluff checks.
Oof.
It's just like that bear who pretended to be human.
Infinite bluff.
Sir Barrington.
Infinite bluff.
Sir Barrington.
But yeah, like, and here's the thing, it's crunchy, but it's easy to see synergies, and exploit.
That's good,
right?
Yeah.
Because like I found out.
See, that's another thing. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but like, that's another thing I really fucking hate about like a lot of the recent games. Like Larian went the opposite direction, but there's a lot of recent games in the RPG genre that are anti-OP.
Yeah.
And it's like, motherfucker, I am playing a single-player game to build my character in a way that'll make me steamroll. Don't fucking nerf shit just because in a single player game, the interaction between a 5-level bard, 2-level warlock accidentally creates a character that can one-shot things across the map.
Yes.
Listen,
or the kind where they make
Larian let
indestructible
me-
bosses.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
listen,
is so fucking annoying.
Larian let me have my multi-class Darkstalker, Deepstalker, Assassin Rogue fun. Literally, the last big fight of the game, like 4 or 5 mind flayers, dozens of cultists, and I cleared all of it while my party kept a couple people tied up in combat, while my dude went around the fringes, stealth, dropping in and out of stealth with an invisibility cloak, murdering people before
Right.
they even got a chance to enter combat.
Exactly, and like that's what you're playing the fucking RPG to feel like. You by the end of the game, you should feel like you're a fucking god. And it's like there's so many of these RPGs that are coming out. They're like, no, we have to give you continuous scaling balance because then otherwise you would feel powerful.
Yeah. You know
Oh,
what?
yeah, that's the other thing. By the way,
I want to give a
that's the
shout
other
out
thing.
to Baldur's Gate 3 fan base for actually successfully gatekeeping shit.
Yeah.
Because everything I've heard about it is everyone
Ah.
saying it's not that great or it's shit or you don't want to play another game. Yet everyone who's played it has like 500 hours and is doing new game pluses, and it looks like they're just having so much fun.
Oh yeah.
So, like they've at least tried to gatekeep people from coming into their game and ruining it, and I'm proud of that.
Maybe so you're saying that? Yeah.
It's not really like a gatekeeping thing. It's just it's like Dark Souls. This is the level of difficulty presented. If you don't like, now unlike Dark Souls, there is an easy mode. But anyway.
Yeah.
Like I haven't, obviously I'm level, I don't even know what the fuck am I, I'm like level 4.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't know if this is like a Dark Heresy or a Rogue Trader thing, but like it feels like I'm leveling pretty quick because I hit 4 before the tutorial ended. And
To be fair, you're supposed to level quickly because you're expected to McFucking die.
Okay, so it is that way. Okay, good. I figured that was the case, but anyway, right? Like I saw there's a great thing. Death Worlders get a trait for reliable weapons. Swords, axes, and las weapons all get 10% extra crit.
That's cool.
Right, so I decided, you know what? I'm gonna pick a guy. He's from a Death World. He's an AM commander, and he puts his faith in 2 things: the Emperor and his hotshot.
Nice.
And
As
so
for
far,
Militarum, nah, you're in the guard, son.
And so far, you know what? It's great. My las gun now I can now spray and pray with my las gun, and I get giant gobs of bonus damage against people that I haven't hit yet, and then I have an extra, and then I have like a 20% base chance to crit them. Phew. But like, I don't feel like I'm overshadowing anyone because the dude that I told you about with the chainsword,
Right.
he can make a charge, a 6 move charge, and just melee attack a guy, free melee attack, and then he can do a cleave. And like, listen, this is 40k, okay? Melee is not impotent. This man is blendering cultists
Right.
with the chainsword, as it should be. I can't wait to get this man. A Nemesis Demon Hammer.
Cool. I dig it.
Demon Hammer moment.
I'm like an hour and a half in, haven't encountered anything that like broke, like, game wise. So
Yeah, no bugs or glitches or anything. Really.
Yeah. So far, I would say it's probably worth the 50. I can't listen. If you'd first asked me this when Pathfinder Kingdoms came out, I would have been like, you know, it might be worth the money in a little bit. I'd say right now this one's worth the money, and this is one of the big things. There's drop in, drop out co-op.
Oh.
Right now, well, okay, not right this second because I'm in a dialogue screen, but I can just hit a button and turn my game into cooperative mode, and anybody who has the game that's on my friends list can drop in. And when people are leaving a cooperative save, they can save it if they want to save it, and they can resume as the host.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
They can also take that save and go back to single player. Now, just something important to point out: there can only be one Lord Captain in any game. They said that they very deliberately made the decision because they knew that they were like, we're not going to try to artificially stretch the story over a bunch of extra characters. This is about the rogue trader. There is one rogue trader. That's going to hamper the cooperative experience a little bit, but that's the way it's going to be. Only the rogue trader gets to make important decisions, which, again, you know what? I'm fine with that because they're telling you about all of that beforehand.
You're not just finding it out as you're trying to do it, so...
Yeah. You can either have players drop in as any of the pre-made companions, and they can still they can still loot stuff and level up their character and do skill checks and shit. And they can make dialogue decisions for that specific character, or if you don't want that story content, or if it's a bunch of idiots all playing through together, within an hour of within an hour, honestly probably faster if you just blitz through the tutorial, you get the guy that lets you hire mercenaries, so you can then have your friends join in as mercenaries.
Oh, nice.
Finally, the all guardsman party shall be complete.
No, but like really, if
you can,
you could.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
So right now, I would say it's worth $50. Right? If you like CRPGs and you like Warhammer, buy it. If you hate one of those two things, do not spend your money on this.
I think I'll wait for the Christmas sale to see if anything goes up on it in terms of even if it's like 20% off, I'll probably pick it up.
Yeah, and that's fair. I just wanted to make it very clear to everybody listening.
Yeah.
This is a CRPG. This is a CRPG based completely off Rogue Trader. If you don't want crunch in your RPG, avoid this like the plague.
I mean, I like CRPGs, but I'm just unlucky in any sort of fucking dice or coin flips, so they fucking hate me.
Don't even talk to me.
Nose is extraordinarily cursed.
I'm so cursed, my fucking digital dice are cursed.
His real dice are pretty cursed too.
You ever see orcs roll 3 missed charges? 4 times? I would like to personally say, by the way, fuck Grey Knights. All Grey Knights players can go to hell.
I mean, to be fair, Mists of Deimos is kind of a fuck you button for orcs.
Yeah,
it's very much a fuck you button.
Yeah, my luck is also real bad. You ever seen someone fail to catch a level 2 bug type Pokemon with the starting 5 Pokeballs?
Meanwhile, on the other hand, there is me who merely has to declare to the dice that I'm about to do something really cool, and the dice cooperate.
Yeah, rule of cool, of course. They give me pity rolls every once in a while too, as well.
Okay, fuck it, we ball. Roll 4 criticals in a row. Alright, watch me play this guy's character better than he does. Rolls criticals.
Ah, yes, the Yugi analogy.
So, speaking of absolutely blending our brains, I really feel like Five Nights at Freddy's crossovers would be a great section for us to go into tonight.
Would it?
I'm done.
I should have come in way later than this.
Wait, what recently got announced at the Game Awards or anything? Let's try find something else involving that instead.
Oh, you can
Let's
certainly
find-
go ahead and try.
Let's
Meanwhile,
find.
we're gonna talk about Five Nights at Freddy's and why Harry Potter is being adopted by Pokemon.
Can we read
Oh.
shitty Naruto Grand Theft Auto crossovers instead?
No.
No.
Ugh,
Unfortunately, you weren't that lucky.
yeah.
Let's see.
What if I
here,
roll a
and I'm gonna
dice?
Put in for a sandwich.
Sneaky, while you're looking, so you remember when,
Yeah.
like 2 days after we got the announcement for the final Ultimate Ninja Storm game,
Yeah, and you
the
bought
Dragon Ball community, the Dragon Ball community got the Budokai Tenkaichi announcement.
it. Yeah.
Oh,
So you know how I told you like Naruto removed some integral systems and like really fucked up the flow? So the Tenkaichi fans may have gotten it worse. Their game currently is not listed with local verses.
Wait, what? Wait. Hold
Its
up.
current listing only includes single player and online multiplayer.
Wait a moment. Wait, something's not right there.
You can't really split screen on the same console because fuck you, that's why.
Split screen's no longer a
It's,
thing. Fuck everyone who likes
Man, it's like everyone, Naruto and Dragon Ball fans, like, yes, all right, cool, we'll get one less little injection into our communities. And Bonda's like, nah, we're gonna fuck it up in the worst ways we can for you fuckers.
That's cute. You thought we weren't gonna fuck this up?
Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. All right.
Also, I rolled a d20 about fanfiction reading, and I got a 4.
Yes, well, that sounds about right. So anyway, Harry Potter gets adopted by Sun and Moon and then changes her name because Harry Potter's a girl now.
Do
Interesting.
they realize that?
Guy.
Do they realize that the Sun and Moon characters from Pokemon have canonical names?
Sun and Moon is apparently actually new animatronics from the Security Breach game.
That's fine.
Yes.
I really don't know anything about that.
Did Goleman really fucking Eldar? Yes.
Yes. I don't care if it's not canon. It's canon.
It's canon. Harry Potter. Anyway, so let's see. Harrietta's life. Wait, no, sorry. Wait, what? Harriet's?
Harriet?
Harriet's, yeah, okay.
I can't see it because it says chat connection chat server. I can't see that name.
Basically, they're doing, instead of like Marionette, it's Harriet.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck off.
Has always been difficult.
I didn't know we were reading a Lies of P story.
Indeed. Her life starts getting better when she meets daycare attendants. So when incident results in her being homeless, incident results in her being homeless.
Yeah. I also hate how you
decides-
decided 5 nights, and I have this. I found this meme saved.
The Bite of 87. The Bite specifically performed in 1987. 1987's Bite.
That bite.
That bite. Yes. Got you covered.
Oh.
Wrong bite! Crunch.
Oh fuck.
Why do we even have that bite?
She decides to live at the Pizzaplex. Man, there is so many fucking levels to this of, A, somehow Harry Potter is in America, and somehow they end up homeless, and they just decide, and everyone just lets this happen, to live in a mall, and no one catches them.
And they decide to live at Pizza Hut.
And they decide to
You know-
live at the Pizza Hut in the mall.
Credit to the writer for this fanfic. This is the most 90s subplot it could get.
160, basically 5k words, only 34 favorites and 42 followers. Of
Yeah,
course.
18 chapters, nearly 10k words per chapter. It's like what? That comes out to like what would you say 8.5 or something? 8.5k
Yeah.
words per chapter.
And in what, like 5 months? 5?
Yeah,
6?
about
5, 4?
no. August was the
7, 8th. Yeah, so
8th.
4.
Yeah, so
4-ish,
4. Yeah, 4
4,
months.
3.5.
No. More like 3. Yeah.
3.5. Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, in 3 months they wrote 160k words of gender swapped baby Harry, who's in America, getting adopted by child killing animatronics.
I hate it.
So do I, but
Everything
I'm also
you've
curious
said
to see if they've got
is
pre-written fix.
stupider than the last thing
The
you
only
said.
thing that could possibly, I mean, female author, but I mean, like, it's like that's to be expected at this point.
I have a weird feeling this is a pre-written fic that they're just posting, possibly from years back.
Editing
they haven't changed
hiatus. I
around.
mean, it's possible.
Everything else has only like 1,000 to 7,000 words.
Well, maybe
in
they
their
devoted their
Oh,
entire
wait.
brain power to this.
They devoted it over a year. They did last publish something on March 30th, 2022.
Yeah,
And they spent a
okay.
year writing this.
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know.
Horror elements, extreme fluff. Yeah, Outlast 2, famously known for its really comfy scenes and homely atmosphere.
Yes.
Okay. The FNAF characters are in this one, guys. Did you guys know that? In the crossover of Five Nights at Freddy's, the Five Nights at Freddy's characters will be in this story.
What? Where's this one?
It's right here. It's the same fucking story.
The Harry Potter gets adopted one.
Yeah, they decided to let us know that this crossover with Five Nights at Freddy's will in fact contain Five Nights at Freddy's characters. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means in terms of like a cultural societal aspect. Like, does that mean we have gotten to the point in crossovers that we have to inform people that yes, a crossover is in fact occurring?
Potentially, if this is a person who writes a lot of putting someone into another world, but then they never write any of the actual like canon characters, they use their own OCs.
Oh yeah, you might be an AO3 author. Yeah, that's true.
That
Yeah.
actually might have old weight, because I'm like, I know a lot of people kind of just do shit like, what is the common one? Naruto Phoenix stories, where it's just, oh, it's an OC named Naruto.
Well, yeah.
Kind of shit.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not too common, is it? That this has become a trend?
Super common, yeah.
It's more common than you think, buddy.
I will never forget the day we found a story in the Naruto section that had Naruto and Sasuke as main characters, and then explicitly said in the summary that they will not be gay for each other.
Yeah. I mean, it was.
Good lord! I think I remember.
We really reached that point. Yeah.
But Aura, there's a reason Nino, the acronym Nino, became so fucking popular in the last 10 years.
Character and name only, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, it just seems so weird. Like it's gotten to that point that people are calling out.
Ironic. It's ironic because a lot of people were calling out like Taylor and name only for Worm, and then now we learned that Taylor was literally a self-insert OC
of Wildbow.
Oh, good lord.
And it's like, like looking back on it, the fact that so many people projected themselves onto Taylor, that
is just sad.
Dead people will be in this story, guys. Guys, I want you to know that this story is rated teen.
Does this mean that people are going to die?
Yes.
Does it mean that dead people are going to be talking?
Possibly.
Does it mean that dead people are going to be getting back up and walking and talking?
I mean, this is a Five Nights at Freddy's story.
Technically, all of those are true.
Yes. And a sprinkle of childish humor. A sprinkle. A hurt comfort family story of Harry Potter and Five Nights at Freddy's.
Can I have some family horror? Only a sprinkle.
Yeah. Tony Stark is in this.
Why?
Why?
Huh?
What?
This is a really good story. I hope you continue it. It's so interesting. I read it all in one day. Bro, what? You read a 160-word story in one day? Okay. Wait, chapter 23? Wait. No. Million. Wait.
The local man has stroke.
Okay, I'm having trouble with writer's block, so the way I'm decided to combat this is to go over what I wrote and edit it as I go, perfecting this story, if you will. Those are words, author. Yeah, you did write those. However, there is a problem.
It's awful.
Everything? From like the ground up? I have OCD.
Let's write a list of our problems.
I think OCD is like the least of your worries when it comes to
You know what? I don't think anyone who reads fan fictions actually has OCD, because seeing the grammar would drive people crazy.
Oh no! We know one, Sam.
Really?
Dude, he is obsessive compulsive about grammar. He fucking flips shit if someone misses a period.
Ugh. Well, I mean, that's called being pregnant.
Yeah, it's a I was gonna say it's a pregnant pause too, but yeah.
That joke was bad, and you should feel bad.
That's pretty good.
I can never feel bad. I'm an Aussie. My existence is already suffering.
Pretty good. If I don't have the numbers on the fic right, my head will explode. Wait, what do you mean the numbers on the fic? Wait. Huh?
Wait, do they make sure their word count is a certain amount?
That's actually why one of the chapters is literally called Skipping the Writer's Block. I was also in a hurry. Turns out the rush isn't necessary, as my friend lost interest in the fic. Maybe permanently. Well, I can't imagine why.
The numbers, Mason, what do they mean?
Yeah. I can't imagine why they have lost interest in this story. I have no idea, and they have no idea. So until he's interested in my story again, I'm unsure if I should keep writing it. Oh, peak female author. I'm doing it for a guy.
Yeah. Also, I love the fact that without even deleting the chapter or posting a new one, this shit is a V2 because they've rewritten and added scenes in the first 4 chapters. Which are multiple chapters put together.
Yep.
It is both an original and a V2 at the same time.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to post another chapter labeled Testing, Testing, Testing. This chapter is, as it indicates, I'm figuring out how the site works because I'm tech illiterate.
And can't learn anything without doing it.
Huh?
That's really stupid. Also, I'd like to report we've had our first piece of warp phenomena, everybody. The warp threw banana peels under everybody.
Oh, nice.
So some people, not actually throwing banana peels, but people randomly fell prone.
Oh, okay. Unfortunate. I was hoping for banana peels.
I was gonna say, I was actually hoping that Zinch was just like, I'm gonna pull...
That would be amazing.
I'm gonna pull the fuddy, boys.
Zinch reinvents an extinct fruit specifically so he can pull off a distinctly Western gag. Yeah. Let's see here. Blah blah blah. We discuss future plot points, but there's a lot of blank space in those ideas. Sorry for any confusion I will cause doing this. Hopefully this chapter clears it all up, but I'm bad at communicating. I'm
shocked. Shocked, I tell you. Well, not that shocked.
Flabbergasted.
Galley is what I go by, and no, don't correct me on me using she and him pronouns for the same friend. They're gender fluid.
Wait.
You?
Okay.
But in this author's note, they never use the different pronouns, I think. Only say he.
I mean, they probably
So
mention them through the various chapters.
Yeah.
Let's just not continue with this story, eh?
This is not a chapter per se. I created the bracelet. I don't know if JK has magical bracelets, and I don't care. The bracelets were made in ancient wizard time, so don't comment on how they aren't real or not possible.
She can't think of characters to write either from canon or a new OC, so her latest one is asking people make characters from any.
The reason
What?
is that some ancient wizard had a problem. Their kids kept apparating in their sleep, and they kept getting hurt or dying. It's not really important how many did. Maybe it was like 1 or 2, I don't care. So they decided to make something that stops children from apparating. Because the number of
It's
magical
made
people
a
at the time was
charm.
small, yeah, I don't...
Like, you don't have to.
I
don't know anything
Well,
about Harry Potter, but I know that you don't have to justify this. Like, just say it's got a charm inscribed on it, and
Yeah,
leave it
but
at
no, but people said that it's not possible, so I gotta prove them wrong by inventing lore, Max.
that. But
and
just
Lord
say
on-
it was a charm.
No.
Why don't you say? But there's
Charm.
anti-apparition wards. You could say they place those everywhere into the fucking jewelry. They enchanted it
That-
onto it.
It still counts as a charm then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Yeah. Because the number of magical people at the time was small, and they didn't have stable buildings back then.
Excuse me?
Didn't have
I'm
stable
so-
buildings.
I'm sorry. What?
That's a
during
funny joke.
Even during the time of fucking no buildings and straw huts, wizards would still have good buildings because of transfiguration.
Well, no, it's not only that.
Yeah.
No, it's not. No, it's not even because of transfiguration. Because
Look-
to
look
do
at what-
transfiguration, the thing is they would have to know to transfigure into something. So, like, they wouldn't know about wood beams to create a log cabin until someone
they
created a
wouldn't-
log cabin.
I mean,
I mean,
what
to
do
be
we
fair,
think-
you could also just go,
what's
how did
considered
this
make a
happen?
cave.
what's considered ancient wizard time? Because like, we can go way, way back in human history and be like, no, seriously, this is a building that's still standing 2,000 to 3,000 years later.
Probably
there-
like I'm
are structures.
assuming. I'm assuming they're either talking about ancient wizard time of Merlin, which was like what 800s in Britain time.
Yeah.
Still surviving structures from that time.
Well, yeah, most of those are Roman.
But made by normal humans.
Yes.
Mhm.
Going by the lore of Harry Potter.
Yep.
Also, isn't there? Also, they said there's not many fucking wizards of that time, but there's not many wizards of this current time either. So
yes.
it's like
Actually,
fuck
yeah, no.
all.
Isn't that a thing mentioned? Like even in the second book, like the Wizarding world is was
Very
slowly
tiny.
dying out until Muggleborn started popping up.
Oh yeah, no, like
they were declining in population.
quite literally in terms of characters displayed, a majority of the population is Muggleborn.
If I remember correctly, didn't Fred and George's year in Hogwarts have only like 10 people, or 15?
That-
Canonically, yes.
Really?
That was for the
Yeah.
entire year. The
Yeah.
entire year.
Yeah, no, quite literally, the J.K. Rowling only made like 20 canonical people in Fred and George's year.
Yeah, and then the rest, there was a big boom on Harry's year for some reason, which was still like 25.
Why do you think?
And then after the war, there was more people getting born because they were celebrating the war ending.
Yes, literally Harry's generation was the baby boomer post-war era.
No, they were born during the war because the war went on for a year and a half or a year afterwards, didn't it?
No. No, as far as J.K. Rowling is concerned, Voldemort exploding ended the war.
when was that? I swear he was, because apparently they would. I remember them talking about
Harry
how
was
he was
2.
born for a bit. 2, yeah. So, yeah.
And by the way, baby boomer generation, not class generation.
No, yeah, generation, yeah.
But yeah. I don't know what they mean by ancient. They're clearly a Zoomer. Like, we can all agree here, this person is clearly a Zoomer. And so if what they consider ancient, I have no idea. It might be medieval people. It might be pre-Roman. I don't know. It might be Merlin era.
Seeing as it's a Zoomer, it's Hogwarts Legacy 100 years ago. That's it.
Probably.
I do not like this thought.
Well, no, they're saying ancient people, and like I have no idea what point in time we had unstable buildings. Like, all of our buildings were stable. That's why they were buildings.
Because people needed to live in them.
Yeah, like no one built like houses made of straw that would just fall over all the time. Like
Neanderthals not even building houses and living in caves, I guess. That's it.
Well, no, yeah, Neanderthals lived in caves and shit. Yeah, and we don't have any real evidence of them building houses, but that doesn't mean they. But that's the thing, though, is like they didn't live in structures.
Yeah, yeah.
They didn't live in unstable structures. They just didn't live in structures. Period.
Yeah.
So it's like there's no point in time where we lived in unstable structures that could just blow away into the wind.
We kind of live in that time now.
Well, that's for a different reason.
Hurricanes.
Yeah, so that's for a different reason.
Yeah. No, even then they pack mud on their structures, so it works. Like, that's the thing. That's like there's like we figured out how to dig holes and put sticks up and then pack mud on sticks pretty quickly.
Yeah. And then we figured out how to do it with stone and wood and brick. How to make bricks and concrete. Like, people don't, because concrete's been around for actually fucking thousands of years.
Literally over 2,000 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people seem to forget that.
Yeah.
Like,
I was watching a video about the aqueducts that the Romans made, and holy shit, they were fucking big-brained when it came to that stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, the Romans were insane.
Like, people think, like, when people think aqueducts, they just think, like, oh, well, it's like a straight line of water.
No.
And it's like, it is, but also at the same time, the Romans were like, this is a giant valley right here. We're not going to build these, literally 20-story high columns. We're just going to bring the water down. And it's like, well, what do you do when the water's down there? It's like, well, make a vacuum pump, duh. It's like, wait, what?
What's a vacuum
pump? The fuck you mean, make a vacuum pump?
It's like, wait, hold up.
I mean, we have 10 of them in Jerry's backyard. Come on.
Quite literally, like, they would take lead pipes, but, forgive some things on them, But they take lead pipes and they would pack clay. Not brick, clay, on top of the pipes, and then they would encase that in stone, and that would create a pressure on the pipe that would then force the water to seek lower pressures, which is up the hill, and then, like, they even figured out, like, the exact gradient they needed and how many of these vacuum pumps they needed to create to get the water to a certain level again, which at that point they would just start building the aqueduct straight again. And it's like, what the fuck?
The only mistake they made was the ignorance of heavy metal poisoning. And because there was so much lead and it was so, easy to get.
From an engineering perspective, yeah. Don't forget they also they had a really good grasp of economics, except they forgot one really important thing.
What's that?
Don't put
Not having your politicians stab each other?
I mean...
No, that's pretty healthy, actually.
That's not well, A, that is pretty healthy, but B, that's not an economic issue.
Trusting the
economic
Praetorian
issue
God?
is that you can't run your economy on a war footing
Oh,
constantly.
24/7.
Forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forever.
Right. Yeah.
They were running on a plunder economy, and
Mm.
that worked really well until they were so successful they ran out of places to plunder within a, saleable
Regional-
radius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Even
yeah.
going on foot into Gaul and stuff and past into the forest was that.
Yeah, I mean, the main problem, the reason why they used lead was because A, it was very plentiful, B, it was really easy to shape. They also didn't have any other use for it. Pewter and
Yeah.
lead plates, like, that's all they really had use of. So they dug lead up in the process of getting other metals.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, we can't use this for anything else, so let's experiment with it and see what we can make. So they made piping.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then they created plumbing and a whole bunch of other stuff that out of
And
lead.
cups and
things-
plates.
Yep,
Yeah.
because things like copper were used for weapons and chariots and shit like that and armor.
Well,
Yeah.
it's not just that it was
And
used for that.
bronze.
It was used for currency. It was
Currency too.
used for decoration. It was used for a lot more things. Like, there was copper plates and whatnot, but
It was for the rich of the rich.
no,
usually.
the rich of the rich used lead. The poorer ones used clay and ceramics.
Oh.
I don't know why lead was seen as more richy.
Probably because they were drinking so much lead and it was killing them.
probably, yeah. Like, I don't know.
Also, the same reason aluminum was probably.
What do you mean? Aluminum couldn't have been processed until, like, the 1900s.
Was it aluminum or was it tin?
I mean,
tin could be used because they made bronze and shit.
they made
Yeah.
bronze out of it, but tin itself is a
Tin-
fairly useless metal as well.
Yeah.
Platinum or tungsten?
Yeah, you might be thinking of platinum.
Hang on.
I mean, platinum wasn't really used much.
Platinum was barely used at all because it was hard to find and hard to, and there was no point.
And also, people thought it was shitty silver.
Yeah.
That too.
Discount silver.
Like, literally named for it.
I could have sworn it had significant value during the Roman Empire.
Aluminum?
No.
Platinum.
Are you sure
Maybe.
you're not getting confused with D&D?
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, are you sure? Because it sounds like you're getting confused with D&D.
But there's a reason where that meme of the guys thinking of the Roman Empire is a meme, because they made so much shit and advancements.
They made a
that
crazy amount of shit,
if
yeah.
you've got a hobby, if you've got some sort of a hobby, there's a good chance that its origins is in the Roman Empire.
Or if it's not, or if its origins aren't in the Roman Empire, it was somehow affected by the Roman Empire.
Yes. Or it would go back to the time period where the Roman Empire exists, and you read it by going off to finding other shit around that time period.
Pretty
Man,
much,
I can't believe the Romans painted miniatures.
I mean,
yeah, symbols with
I
the
know.
gods. They did actually.
Yeah, it was actually. Hold on a minute. Yeah.
They did. They did.
They actually unironically did.
Yeah, unironically, yeah.
Both. I think they did it both for figures of their gods, as well as for like war planning to act on maps and shit.
Yes,
And
that too.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so also because they originally encouraged their soldiers to become artists as well.
Yeah. And craftsmen, so that even outside of war they can be useful.
Man's gotta have a hobby.
Pretty much, literally.
A man also has to have a not war, source of
Economy.
employment.
Yeah.
What do you like doing? Hitting things. All right, you're a blacksmith. Start hitting this metal.
Effectively. Yeah, that's another thing that's been lost to the ages, is that the term blacksmith actually refers to a specific type of smith who works with weaponry and armor.
Huh.
Yeah, because they were just called smiths in general. If all you did was make like nails and horseshoes, you were just a smith. You weren't a blacksmith.
Interesting.
Blacksmith was actually a title. But yeah, the more you know. A bunch of fact number 5. A bunch of old wealthy families have all these things lying around. Okay. Fact number 6. Like anything else that was original, made for someone's safety or aid, a jackass ruined it. Children will operate instinctually when they feel threatened or in pain, so people decided they didn't like their kids having an escape route when they beat them and started using the bracelets to do that.
You sound like you're pushing your own problems onto the fic right here now to me.
Yeah, I mean, okay, look, child abuse isn't as frequent as you think it is.
No.
Fact number 7. That's terror.
Fact number 7, they usually take off after a while and would only put on during and little while after beatings are finished.
What?
Once the idea of escape is no longer running through the child's mind, well, the idea of escape usually never runs through the child's mind. It's why you have so many abused children, because they don't think about escaping because they don't realize they should.
Yes, and also children look up to adults as role models, and so when they grow up, they either choose to stay the victim or become the abuser because that's the only role model they know.
Exactly, yeah. And
it's
also
very rare for any child to actually change the point of view and go on a different path.
Yeah, it's really hard. And it's also it's just like the fact that so they usually take off the bracelets after a while. It's like, why? It's not like the government's like tracking you through these bracelets or something.
The usage isn't common as it's easier to charm a place against apparition than a person, because there's no second P.
Hold up.
So what you're saying is that you've just gone through an entire, who knows how many words, explaining that these bracelets mean nothing except for the fact that you've put it in your fic. Because they're not used by anyone else because it's easier to make a ward. And also that for some reason creature is nice to Harriet.
Gotta keep an ear out. Let's see what else we got here. Fact number 8. No adult will ever use one because adults can remove them. And they also can't be tracked. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if they made one that could be used on children, why can't they make one that could be used on an adult?
Because then you have slave colors.
Yeah, and?
Because the author is putting themselves into their shoes.
I'm just saying that is not going to stop humanity.
I have a weird feeling that this person had like GPS on their phone that they didn't know how to get rid of, so their parents
Oh, by the way, Max, here you go. This one's for you. Is Max gone?
No, I'm here.
Great.
I'm just wondering how much I'm going to see at this.
This one's for you. Fact number 9. The bracelet usage isn't common because it's easier to just cast the anti-apparition charm on them.
Mm-hmm.
So they acknowledge it's a thing.
Yes.
Yes. Essentially, the author is just saying, "I want this this bracelet because it's my fic."
Yes. They specifically, so basically fiction. They specifically invented, oh, there it is.
We lost the sneaky boys.
He's perished.
Damn. I hope he comes back from hell with alcohol.
I cannot believe my man is dead.
Yeah, as I was
Plus
saying.
The sauce froze.
He's back.
As I was saying,
saying,
you know, specifically the author says in the author's note that follows these 9 interesting facts is that they invented the bracelet specifically so they can have a way of keeping Harry Potter trapped against their will and unable to flee a location without requiring a wizard to know the anti-apparition charm constantly casted on there.
Yes, and also as an excuse to have Creature act nice and like Harriet.
Yeah, because he realizes that Harry is also a slave now.
Except Creature enjoys being a slave.
Yeah.
And would probably go, yeah, nah, that's not cruel enough. Let's make it worse.
Also, the only reason why she was nice to Creature is because she was craving affection and company. And because of this, Creature became attached to Harry because she was nice to him.
That's bullshit because Creature only wants the affection of Regulus Black, who's dead and he can't get.
Yeah. So, this author is high on their own supply.
People gotta stop doing that.
Trigger warning. Scents contain child abuse, variety except sexual, child neglect, and, in my opinion, kidnapping. In my opinion, kidnapping.
That's a very specific and strange
That's
thing to say, author.
A very loaded statement, one could say.
Trigger warning, intrusive thoughts.
I cannot believe my man's about to let the intrusive thoughts win.
Wow.
Nightmares, childhood neglect.
Trigger warning.
Why is
that's
there
a new one?
Why is it cooking people?
Trigger warning, intrusive thoughts.
Man.
They have nightmares in the trigger warning twice.
You know, maybe that's, that might be a fair trigger warning because I've seen people just submit to those intrusive thoughts.
Yeah.
Trigger warning,
It
intrusive
happens.
thought. I could just slam the exterminatus button for no reason.
Trigger warning, intrusive thought, man. I could, get this pencil at least halfway into my skull if I just slammed it really hard.
Me, on the machinery we use to pick up work, and there's this really annoying chick that beeps the horn fucking constantly the whole day. My hand moved to the brakes, I looked down and realized that the intrusive thoughts almost win and caused a crash. Without even realizing, my hand moved to the brakes, ready to fucking hit them.
Yeah.
I watched my coworker lose to their intrusive thoughts. They were just holding their screwdriver for repair. They just looked down at their table and they just slammed it into the table. Punched a hole clean through it. It's like, dude. Why?
You let the thoughts win.
Why? That was another coworker. He's just like, that was an intrusive thought, wasn't it? Yeah.
Can I slam the screwdriver through the table? Yes.
I feel like at some point, literally, someone can look at someone and go, just like, don't do it. Just, literally look at them, just like, don't.
Where's that fucking meme? I sent it to Max probably recently, right?
Oh no.
In my opinion, Ezra Miller also did
the intrusive thoughts meme.
I'm not sure. You may have sent it to me. That could have been months ago.
Yeah, it was probably months ago. I probably sent. Wait, maybe I sent it to Trevor here.
Yes, Phoenix. Ezra Miller also did kidnapping and then got away with it.
Yeah, that was definitely a kidnapping.
Who the hell is Ben?
Oh, yes, I did send it to him. Excellent. I only had to scroll through 300 messages.
Only 300. Wow.
Yeah, there we go. In the intrusive thoughts.
Ah, yeah, this one. Yeah. Oh, that.
I wasn't sure that's what you meant.
Oh, yes. Didn't that get started in the SDM?
Yeah.
Oh, you've never sent this to me.
Oh.
It seems like something you. I get the feeling this was. I'm gonna send this to Max, and then you forgot 2 seconds later.
I probably did, yeah. I probably copied it, and then someone pinged me on another server, and I was like, oh, bleh, bleh.
Hold on, I need to. Excuse me, I need to have a stroke.
Activate.
Yeah, I let my intrusive thoughts win. I dyed my hair blue. Me, my intrusive thoughts won.
My intrusive thought said I should dye my hair blue. Meanwhile, I have decided to cook this chicken with NyQuil. Why?
I mean,
Oh.
it's basically. So I posted it at some other people, and one of them was like, female intrusive thought, get hair color, get tattoo, get piercing. Male intrusive thought, kill Dozer.
Yes.
The killdozer has been unleashed.
Yeah.
It's like that fucking thing from like Attack of the Titans or whatever the fuck it was, like that shitty like Greek movie. Fucking what the fuck is the name?
Oh,
Attack of the Titans was not shitty.
Yes, it fucking
yes,
was.
it was. Yes, it was. Yes,
Fuck all
it
of
was.
you.
No,
I
it
watched-
was shit. It was shit,
I've
and
watched.
you know it.
Was it Attack of the Titans or Clash of the Titans?
I
Clash
don't
of the
fucking.
Just
It was.
Clash of the
It was.
Titans.
Clash.
Clash.
It was the
Yeah,
Perseus. It was the Perseus
Yeah.
game. It was
Yeah,
the
Clash
Perseus
on, yeah, that
fucking
was Clash.
game.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Movie. Yeah, I watched that.
Release the Kraken!
Release the Kraken. Releases Kraken. Oh, hey, by the way, Hades is evil again. Why?
Yeah. Because it's.
Yeah.
Because it's
Culture.
easy. I know the reason.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
it's easy.
yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Effectively, Phoenix, effectively.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. I love the fact that you can tell that he's slightly proud that he's there.
He did something.
And he's happy about it.
And what it is that he either murdered someone he really wanted to, or he did something to his ex-girlfriend's
Yeah.
property.
True.
Mm.
One or the other. Oh, I was completely caught off guard at work the other day by a meme that passed my my screen.
Oh.
A girl posted on Reddit. She dumped her boyfriend, and while she was sleeping, he was packing his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Before she woke up, he left,
Mm-hmm.
and he took the toilet with him.
Yes, I remember that. I remember that.
Based! He stole the
ult-
toilet!
Because it was a shit post.
It well, okay, that way to ruin it, son.
You ruined
But
it.
to be fair though, like what a power move, especially if there's the one toilet and that was
Yeah.
an apartment. You need that. Like, never
She
mind
can
fridge.
shit in a
That's
Take
hole.
the
$200
toilet.
you got to
Ta-
replace.
Yeah.
Take something that'll really
How's
hurt.
how's she gonna go toilet? Bitch, there a sink.
That's terrible. That's actually terrible.
She has.
Also,
She
it's
got-
like but what makes it funny is the fact that that if someone stole your toilet, you just go down to Lowe's or Home Depot and buy another one if you had the money, and you just install it yourself because it's honestly actually not even that hard.
If you
Yeah.
don't have the money, there's
Yeah.
always a hole.
It's
Like
not
if the
difficult.
piping's already there and the water's already been turned off, it's not hard to install a new toilet.
Yeah,
No.
the only hard part is going to be like if they happen to break the pipe.
Oh well,
Yeah.
yeah,
And then-
obviously.
Then that's a whole other just like
Yeah, then
great.
it's not stealing the toilet anymore. It's not about the toilet anymore. Now it's about a broken pipe, which is a whole different thing.
Mm.
Now I'm gonna go stab a motherfucker for costing me probably close to 500 for a plumber to come fix this shit.
Oh, more than 500, because if they
Mhm.
broke the fucking pipe, that's probably water going everywhere for like
Yeah.
a solid hour
Yeah, oh,
before
yeah.
you.
Oh no,
Water
I'm talking
damage.
about I'm talking about like the PVC pipe that sticks out of the floor for the toilet to sit on.
Oh, okay, so like they still turned the water off.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
still turn the water off,
Okay.
but like they broke the receptacle part. It's like motherfucker, I have to pay someone to fix that, especially if the break is deep enough in there. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't have the tools on hand to do that.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair.
Floor.
I mean, technically speaking, like if they didn't take the broken part of the pipe with them, any sort of PVC glue would
Well,
work
it'll
on
only
that.
hold up. It would only hold up for so long is the issue. That's a stopgap,
Mm.
not a solution.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
You could put it off for maybe a couple weeks if you use the good PVC cement.
Yeah, that's fair.
No, it's not Phoenix.
I wouldn't let it sit past a couple weeks personally.
It is.
But you
Skippy
can
toilet is not better than
you
Steam
can
Colbert
spin that
toilet.
roulette
Yeah.
if you want.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, point being though is like the joke is only funny that he stole the toilet because she can't replace it.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not. Like I'm sitting like, one, that's a power move because everyone's got to use the toilet at least twice a day. Two, I'd just be more annoyed that now I gotta spend $200 out of pocket, go grab this thing, hope my back's in a good condition that day to lift this
Yeah.
20 to 40 pound porcelain throne.
Yeah.
And that's hoping they've got one in stock that's at least adequately comfortable to use.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, no.
Sometimes they don't come with an actual seat, so you also got to go to like a wet shop to get that.
Yeah.
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 Otherwise, you want to be on cold porcelain when you go, or be
I
The
mean,
horror.
whitening on
No.
top.
Okay,
I
look,
guess
like
you get your
no
squats
one.
in for the
I don't know if this is like an Australian thing there or something. Like in the Northeast, we don't make our toilet seats porcelain. We make the toilet porcelain, but we don't make the
No.
toilet seat porcelain.
No, like so. I mean, they got to be sitting on the actual toilet if it comes with no seat.
He means if you have to
okay.
get a toilet that doesn't have
Yeah.
a seat pre-installed.
It comes with a
Yeah.
plastic seat by default, man.
No.
they're
Not
some
all
that
of them.
don't.
No,
They're some
no.
Not
that
all of
don't.
them. If you don't have much money and you go with the cheap option, there's a chance you're gonna have to buy your own one.
Yeah.
and install it.
Actually,
yourself.
Everyone
no,
I've
no,
ever seen at Lowe's.
I'd say the cheapest ones have a higher chance of having a crappy plastic seat, to be honest.
Yeah, no,
Oh
they usually
yeah,
do.
the expensive ones
Usually-
usually need a specific custom one. Yeah.
Yeah,
never
usually
mind.
it's the more expensive toilets that actually require you to buy one of the brand name seats for it. Yeah.
You know what's funny? If that happened to a guy where the toilet was taken, they would just go, "Well, I always wanted a bidet. Let's get a better one."
No guy ever
yeah.
says I want a bidet.
Yeah.
No
I was gonna
guy
say, hold on a minute.
ever says I want water shot up my ass daily.
Wrong, the British do.
No,
Well,
the
that's
British
because-
don't.
You sure it's not the French?
You mean the Japanese
Oh.
do?
Yeah.
Yes,
and the French,
definitely.
Actually, Japanese and French. Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Bidets. Fucking.
Sorry, I
Anyway.
forgot that. Not all British are traps like Lupine.
Indeed.
Oof.
Peter with Lily and James upstairs. Lily now.
Yeah. Apparently, it's all the Marauders.
The
Is
spag isn't fucking awful. I mean, the sentence structure and the paragraph structure is fucking terrible, but the actual periods, question marks, and parentheses is properly done. It's too bad it's fucking dog shit. Anyway, what else we got here? We got Loud House, Five Nights at Freddy's. Jesus Christ, no. FNAF
That's a
fan
real cursed
2006.
set of words.
2006 is when they were born. That man is not a man. It's a boy. 2006. That was
That was.
They are
almost-
17.
Yeah.
Paris of Ages.
Wait,
Damn.
how do you know when they were born?
No, they put 2006 in their name.
Yes.
FNAF didn't come out in 2006.
Wonder.
Oh,
yep.
Fine.
Yeah.
When did they join Fanfiction? March 5th. They are new.
Yeah.
They just found it. Oh.
Yep.
Who the
And
fuck
I
is
am the
Benjo
author.
Moyer, and why did he try to immediately
Philippine!
make them-
Pinoy!
Mm.
Okay, calm down there, Sneaky. I know you're traumatized from all your time in Dota, but take it down a notch.
No.
This man has no chill.
I'm
He also has no ability. He also has
No,
no
no,
forethought
Uh,
for diving.
Sne-
This
no,
author's
author's
Sneaky
also
has
made his
chill,
own
but
community.
he has to be sleep
With-
deprived to be chill.
This guy's made his own community
Yep.
a month ago with no fixing it.
Yep.
Mm,
The FNAF fan
know,
2006 community.
I
Zero stories,
respect.
zero
I
followers.
respect the dream.
Welcome
But
to
man,
my
you need to lay some
community.
groundwork.
I mean, no, it's not only that, Max. He's like 20 years too late to make a fan fiction community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also
probably.
has a favorite author called That Engineer that he
Yes.
doesn't like who people rant about or say bad things about.
Yeah. Welcome to my community. You can always visit this community, and I'll drop leaks and release date info about my story here.
Mm.
Leaks and release date. This man is confident.
About being popular.
4 favorites, 3 follows. Man, this dude wow. This dude Five Nights at Freddy's Loud House, Five Nights at Freddy's Loud House, Five Nights at Freddy's Loud House, Five Nights at Freddy's Loud House. That's all this man does. God damn.
You know,
One must
You know what
imagine him
causes-
happy.
you know what causes me curse of ages? Realizing how long I've been in the Naruto fanfiction section, that people who try to make fun of old Naruto tropes, I bring up older ones and they're like, when the hell did those happen? And that just gives me the curse of ages.
Yeah.
Because of how long I've been reading it. No one seems to remember who Arashi Kazama is anymore.
Oh god. What the
Oh,
hell
wow.
is
That-
this?
People
That
have
unlocked
forgotten.
a couple
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
memories
that-
there.
That's some
Yeah.
old shit. Yeah.
That is how long I've been a fan reader
Man.
for Naruto.
When you look back at the fanfics you made in your early teenage years, yeah, they're pretty bad. Like, don't get me wrong, it was pretty cringe. I
don't-
posted a chapter of it simply because I wrote it, and I didn't post a chapter of it because I liked it. I posted a chapter of it because I was like, shit, I fucking wrote it. I might as well just post it.
Yeah. I'm of the opinion that all teenagers are like stupid. So if you go back and look
the
at the old teenage
100%.
lists,
100%.
you look at that and you're like, oh yeah, of course I wrote that. I was an idiot.
Yeah, you like, as smart as you think you are as you are when you were a teenager, you're a fucking moron.
Which deserves more bullying
Yeah.
between Loud House and Owl House? Has been Hotel.
I think Loud House. Like, look, Has-Been Hotel, it's dead, right? It's not going anywhere. It will never go anywhere. It's fucking dead. There is nowhere to go with the series, and you know why? Because they fucking, like, look, Game Theory, I know. Game Theory did a Game Theory on it. They would have to convert, like, something like 7 billion souls a year, or some stupid number like that, to put Hell's population into a stabilization instead of having to kill everyone every year.
Mm.
So it's just like, how do you solve that unless you turn the entirety of Hell into a redemption center as like your final act for this show? Then how exactly do you resolve the main plot arc of she wants to start a hotel to help people redeem themselves so they can go to heaven instead of die again?
I mean, the obvious answer is this should have been a one-shot.
It was.
And it left an open.
Yeah, it was. Hell of a
But it
boss
was-
in Has Been Hotel. Then it continued on and then died.
Oh, I thought they were both pilots initially. They weren't one-shots. I thought they were like pilots trying
No,
to get
one was a
interest in
one
them.
shot, but the other was a pilot that was supposed to continue on but died.
No, no.
Oh, really?
No, yeah,
Two
no.
seasons.
Hell of a Boss has season 2.
Oh,
And it's
Yeah,
going downhill.
Yeah, well,
It's gone
that
massively downhill. Yeah.
yeah.
I was reading or I was listening to this review from two guys who were fans of the show. Like, basically, they were a good hunk of the Ruby community.
I'm not even
No.
remotely surprised by this
Yeah,
information.
That's
From
not shocking
knowledge, but
at
not
all.
surprising knowledge.
From what they
Mm.
from the basic gist of what they said is that the show season 1 was solid to them, but after season 2, it's like the Vizipop or whatever, whoever's the maker is, who lost the plot, like the whole concept of being a hell of a boss and going to the human world and killing humans. That entire concept has effectively been gone.
Oh, yeah, no, because they ended season 1 by like the US Army capturing them, and they had to use a whole bunch of powers to escape, and now like the US Army, the CIA, and FBI are all hunting them, and they're like trapped on Earth now, and it's like, what?
all right. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go do something with family. See
Alright,
yous.
they made him.
Yeah, from what the guys were saying, like they felt like the whole concept of going to the human world and killing stuff in season 2 was just sidelined for just random drama and shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, that's, considering the show's original core source, I mean, I'm not really surprised by that at all.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Owl House, I mean, that's just weird, creepy, wannabe Adventure Time pedo shit. It's whatever. Loud House, I hate because it is effectively attempting to be Full House, but drawn in the Cal Arts Bean Mouth style. Made for a Zoomer audience, so it's got really garbage ass humor in it as well.
Of course.
Yeah, so that's why I hate Loud House more.
Wasn't Loud House also pedo shit?
I have no idea on that one. But anyway, so yeah, this author's so the engineer, this legendary author that inspired this august individual. Left 4 Dead, based off awesome game in which you shoot countless zombies. These stories are somewhat good, but never as good as game itself unless story is funny. My favorite infected is The Witch. No.
Or we can take a guess as to why.
Press X to call the police?
Unfortunately, the
I don't
police
get
cannot
it.
be called.
What's worse, High Guardian Spice or Velma? High Guardian
Hang
Spice.
on. Sign. Do you really not understand?
I've never played Left 4 Dead.
Okay, so The Witch is a normal looking woman who's got a really long claw hands.
I would not say
from a
normal
distance.
looking.
Yeah, from a distance. Okay, compared to the other special infected, which have massive rampant tumors and growths and spew acid and have fetus coming out of them,
Yes, the scariest thing of my fucking life moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
And
just
don't
give
worry.
her a crown. Problem solved.
Yeah, anyway, so yeah, that's The Witch. A lot of people were horny for her because
We know why.
the internet.
It's a disgusting zombie.
Sign. That's what it looks like.
Well, see, the thing is that none of the infected in Left 4 Dead are actually zombies.
Yeah, none of them are undead.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
really,
even
really
worse.
sick human beings, but
Yeah,
not.
it's the green flu, buddy.
Yeah.
So it's Resident Evil, but not Resident Evil.
No. Resident Evil kills them. Effectively,
Resident Evil is completely.
Effectively, it's runner zombies, except the reason why they're runners is because they never died. And the mutations are Resident Evil-y.
Yeah, I think an easy way to describe what the green flu does is it's basically mad cow disease.
Yeah.
but it doesn't kill the human. Just it does what it does to cows. It makes them pissed off.
28
It's
days
all
later.
hell.
Yeah. That's why I said 28 days later with the whole runnery thing. So like none of them are shambling. They will fucking sprint at you screaming their lungs out. And yes, that is a very classic Left 4 Dead image. A very classic Left 4 Dead image.
Gross.
Yeah, no, a lot of.
But yeah, so anyway, when you run across the witch, she is generally hunched over on the ground,
Crying.
may or may not be crying.
Crying. She's on the
Not
ground.
always
She's crying.
crying.
Oh, okay.
always
The
always
only
crying?
time a
Okay.
witch doesn't cry is if she is walking around, but even then she's usually crying.
Yeah.
It's
But
much
if a
more
witch is
flushed.
not, if a
Yeah.
witch is not, 1 second.
I think the only map where witches don't cry is the sugar mill.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
they cry in the sugar mill.
It's just really quiet.
Oh, right.
You probably had trouble hearing it because it was usually during the
Us
heavy rain
screaming.
part of the title.
Yeah.
Well,
It was during when you were screaming your head off, crying for someone to help.
between a Georgia storm
I don't do
and
that.
us yelling over voice chat, it was
Yeah.
very difficult to hear the witches on the run back.
That's fair.
But yeah, anyway, so when you run into the witch, it's generally very quiet.
Oh yeah, the other reason why the other reason why the general fan base was a little bit horny for her was because she is also initially the only non-hostile infected in the game.
I thought it was because people
Initially.
are fucking
Yes.
weird.
So basically, if you shine a light on her, which makes her get startled, she will run at you, and only you. If you shoot her, she will run at you.
If you hang around her too close for too long,
Yeah,
she'll
run
up
at
and
you.
run.
But the thing is that she only targets the person that startles her, and she is not initially aggressive at anyone.
Yeah. Although you can change the aggro if you manage to catch her on fire.
Yes, she will run at the person that burns the witch.
So if you all light her up, the AI kind of doesn't know what to do.
Remember that time the witch
Well, no,
killed
the
all
AI
of
does
us?
know exactly what to do.
Oh yeah,
Murder.
yeah. It was. We were actually that might have been that was one of our early expert runs, and we were all
Yeah.
pretty fucked up to begin with.
Yeah, she just fucking ran us all through.
I actually, yeah, I think we were standing in a line, and the person that actually started horror was at the end of the line, and
Yeah.
that was when we learned the witch will absolutely take a swipe at you if you don't move out of the way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. She is not in the mood for your shit.
But another reason why, at least from my personal experience, another reason why the general community also woobified her was because you could do shit because of how the AI worked. You could do really funny shit, like walk up to her and then casually crown her in the back of the head, which is where you take a shotgun and put it point blank at her head and fire.
No, wasn't the back of the head.
Wasn't it back of the head?
Nope, it was in the front. The sweet spot was like right between her chin and her the
Right.
top of her chest.
I thought you could do it from the back of the neck, though.
You can.
I've never been brave enough to try.
I did it with the spaz.
I didn't.
That is
I
the
didn't know
only
the-
time I'm
I
brave
didn't know
enough to
this-
try.
Max,
man.
Max is one of the insane people that does it with the Hunting 870.
Oh,
I just walk right up into her face, like, all right, there's a spot. Boom.
Yeah, Max does it the Georgia way. I do it the Mafia way.
Whoa.
I
Now,
got
see,
good enough to do it with a pump
not
shotgun and
wrong.
do it confidently with a pump shotgun on
now
expert.
see,
Yeah.
I do it the Chicago way, which is from as far away as possible with an automatic weapon.
See, so the
Oh,
but
that's
the
the
other
worst way to do. That is unironically the worst
Yeah,
way to do it.
unironically.
though.
No, okay,
Ironically, yeah.
no. That's just that's a joke. I do not actually do it that way. I do it from to the back of the head with a shotgun.
But Max can attest to it. I did a lot of silly shit with the witch, like bouncing off of her head and shit.
Yeah, because as long as you weren't shining a light or shooting at her, you had a solid 5-second window at
it's-
least. It was really.
It's randomized. It's like
it's
3.
randomized.
Yeah, it's like 3 to 5 seconds. Yeah.
Well, either way, like it's a pretty forgiving window, all things considered.
Yeah, I would do some real silly shit. Like, one time in the fucking hospital level where she spawned in the doorway, I popped adrenaline, crouch jumped over her, bounced off her head, and kept running, and everyone else was like, fucking seriously, Sneaky?
And then I think I had to be the one to walk up and down in a hurry.
Oh, good times.
Yeah.
But-
We
yeah.
had some interesting encounters involving witches and tanks in that game.
Indeed, but yeah, like I would say a large portion of the horny is specifically because they're not actually dead, and we had a female character in the main cast as
Yeah,
well.
I think part of it, I think it intensified with Left 4 Dead 2.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
It's when we got the Bride Witch.
right.
You're
The
like,
Bride Witch.
oh.
Yeah.
It was one of those things where I was like, oh, this level just humanized several of the undead in one go. Just like, these aren't undead people. These are just very sick humans
Yeah.
who don't know what's going on and are freaked out just as much as you are.
And on top of that, there was the comic between Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 that also showed what the undead see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which is they see anyone who's not infected, they see as a monster. Like, the virus affects their actual visual acuity.
Yeah. My other favorite is the Hunter. Of course it is. Because he can jump long distances.
Yeah.
Hmm?
The boy band
Yes.
zombie.
You know, Sneaky, you're saying that, but Hunter was your favorite as well.
I know. That's why I'm saying, of
Well,
course
to
it
be-
was.
To be fair, Sneaky liked it for different reasons than some other people.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I murder blended people as the Hunter.
He was quite good at it. Yeah. Back in the days, Sneaky's Twitch streams like to still work. Broken act parkour with Hunter.
I was fucking just bouncing off the goddamn walls.
That was also our first introduction of like, wait, hunters can do that? It was like, none of us
Oh,
could draw a beat on
stupid
Sneak
shit you
until
did
he
with
landed.
Hunter was amazing.
Yeah, I was really good with the Hunter. Damn, those are the days. Those were the days.
We might have to run at least one match of Left 4
Oh,
Dead.
of course,
Yeah,
obviously.
sure.
It has to be no
that's New
mercy.
Year's.
Oh,
I thought we always do in Left 4 Dead on New Year's.
I would say it's the New Year's tradition.
Among
No,
other
the New Year's
things.
tradition is lethal lead.
Lethal
Tradition is
lead,
lethal
yes.
lead.
Lethal lead.
No, I said lethal leads, not lethal lead.
Lethal lease.
It's a new sequel to Lethal Company.
Lethal
That
lease,
sounds like-
where you have to fight your landlord at the end of the year to keep
That-
your apartment.
That sounds like a dark comedy short.
If you can perfect the landlord, you actually don't have a raise in your rent.
You have to perfect parry your landlord.
Landlord casts.
Unless you successfully royal guard your landlord 30 times, you will receive at least a 1% increase.
Just fucking Daigo's your landlord.
What was the name with the long tongue? Smoker.
Good
Yes,
old
the
Smoker.
the
Good
the
old
other
Smoker, yeah.
The oops,
There's a-
you didn't drop fast enough.
Sneaky.
one. The
Smoker! Smoker!
I just remember Sneaky yelling smoke. Like we hit one of the drop down points. Sneaky got snagged back. I managed to snipe the tongue because I couldn't find the smoker. It's like, wow, I am never making that shot again with a rifle. Sneaky's, you just kind of stood there like, how did Max make this?
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
all right,
no,
just keep going.
Max, it was with the fucking pistol because you got downed. Yeah.
Oh,
No, Sneaky, you had the one with the pistol, and then you got snagged by a smoker, and I hit it with the rifle.
Right.
There were several moments of like, wow, that breaks the tongue? Huh.
Wow, that went really far. My favorite? Yeah, I know it's your favorite.
Honestly, all the specials, it's kind of tough to pick a favorite in terms of just gameplay stuff.
Oh, I mean, it's
Tank
pretty
and
easy. I
Torture
hate the
are
jockey. I hate the
fun.
spitter. Like, I didn't like the spitter. I didn't like the jockey. Like, they were... The jockey was just useless. Say
think
what
we
it will.
could've-
No. The jockey
No.
was super useful.
No, Sneaky, you say that?
For me.
Okay, yeah, you were never very good
I
with the jockey.
fucking
Meanwhile,
hate jockeys.
Trios and Meeps are over there like, all right, if I jump here, push here, I can knock them into the car and set off the horde.
Fucking Meeps with a goddamn jockey. I am medkit. I am your medkit.
Meeps had no right being as solid a jockey. Oh.
Good times, good times. Simpler days. I don't
Where we
like the
understood
spitter
more
too
about the
much.
world.
She's not very useful. Exactly.
Okay,
Incorrect.
she's useful, but that's in very, very specific situations.
Right, no,
and
so
it's got,
the
in a tight
spitter is
quarter,
useful in
in
two
tight quarters,
situations. Yeah.
in tight quarters, fantastic. Even better if it's like, okay, I'm still charging up. There's no horde here. I'm just gonna plant myself in the corner because they have to wait for my they'll kill me. They either have to wait for my ooze to go away or risk the extra health damage when they don't have medkits.
The thing is, though, is that spitter was really good on expert.
Oh.
But I feel that this is why I still don't like the spitter, because on normal, it basically means nothing. It's just an environmental hazard you can just wait out. On expert, you got fucked by it.
That's fair. Although I will say this though, the spitter was some of the probably like the best example of how good
I
Left
love
4
the
Dead 2's
Charger.
AI was.
Oh yeah, the
Because the
AI
spitter-
was so good with that shit.
The spitter was so good at capitalizing on moments with jockeys, hunters, and smokers.
I mean, yeah, like, don't get me wrong. The director was a cheating bitch. Okay, she was a cheating bitch. They did a whole bunch of shit where it's like the smoker would literally wait for the game to tell it that it was no longer in a rendered view before it would tongue someone. Like, so the AI was like literally cheating. I understand, like, you can't really be like, all right, well, let's render the smoker's viewpoint and then take the rendered video from the smoker and then calculate shit out, and it's just so much simpler, easier, and basically no one will notice if we just make it cheat and use the already rendered data from the users to judge when smokers attack.
So everyone noticed.
That just makes it all the more amazing that there were moments where we had it on camera smoking someone.
Yeah.
As the AI too, because they still allowed for it. Like, well, it's either this or it does nothing. So
yeah, tolerance ranges. Like, the people behind the coding of Left 4 Dead's AI were just fucking magic. It was raw magic. Like, fucking the AI learned how to death boom.
Dude, never mind that. The AI learned how to death charge. Oh, no mercy.
Yeah.
To be fair, the AI always could technically death charge, but I think they turned it off at some point.
No, they didn't.
No,
To
they
be
did
fair,
not.
Not turned it off, but they had like the ability to, but they turned off like the limiter. Because I think there was a limiter early, because they were just like, we don't want people being like charged off cliffs for like no reason.
No, I doubt it.
No.
I very much doubt it. I think they're just like, whatever, it'll do whatever it figures out.
Yeah,
We're,
I mean,
we're too busy.
that is still like the greatest moment, though. The first death charge ever, and it's Max because he called the AI a guy.
Oh, is this another moment?
That was the first time our group ever encountered the AI doing
we ever
a death
had a
charge.
death charge. Was I said the director was a girl, and you're like, no, well, maybe they're a guy. Death charge.
Oh, so another moment.
I believe my next reaction was
okay.
either statement rescinded or all right, never mind. She's a bitch.
Yeah, something along those lines. Yeah.
Another moment of the AI of the games picking up on your conversation.
The game. Well, to be fair, again, now I don't know how much it fucking snooped on us, but we used Steam Chat back in the day. We used the in-game chat. So if it was picking up what we were putting down, then it's possible. If it's not, there was a crazy, scary level of coordination going on, because they can attest to it in the Versus games. I would say shit like, Director, I would like the Charger now, and I would get Charger. I would like Hunter now, and I would get the Hunter.
Or even worse, when he'd ask for a weapon.
Can I have a grenade launcher? Sneaky, grenade launchers don't spawn on this level. Turns the corner. Hey, look, a grenade launcher!
That was one of our normal, like, player versus environment rounds. I'm talking about when you would do it in PvP. It's like, Sneaky, I don't think you get an M60 or anything around here. It's like, motherfucker, how did he... How?
Yeah.
How did he get that?
Yeah. Good times. Good times.
Or when we learned that witches can spawn in the safe room.
We were running.
That's always a fun experience. What are you talking about?
We were running from the tank and we fucking sprint into the safe room.
I think it was you and Trios, and there was a moment like, close the door, close the door, close the door.
Close the door! Holy shit! The fucking screen is shaking, and we close the door, and all we hear is ah, 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 ah. We turn around, we're like, ah, fuck!
I can't remember if she downed you guys or not.
She killed Trios.
Oh wait, I think that's right. It went from close the door to open the door. She got Trio, so I think the tank got you, and I think that was actually the party white too, because the rest of us, I think, were dead.
Yeah, because it was the Horde map where you have to hold out in the generator room as the door opens, and of course Trios and I crouched underneath the door without telling you and sprinted forwards.
Yeah. Like, man, it was the best comeuppance though.
Everyone's watching us as we're running from the tank. We're like, we're gonna make it! We're gonna make it! The cat's in the room.
Spoiler,
Close
they
this door.
did not make it.
Oh, we got you! Fuck you, tank! Turns around. Oh.
Spoiler, they did not make it.
I think I was still down. I wasn't dead. I was bleeding out, so the map didn't end like it should have when they closed the door.
To be continued. Yeah, it didn't. It was that moment of turns around, everything freezes, roundabout starts playing.
To be continued.
Eventually.
Also, Sneaky, I just did a science experiment.
No.
I have powdered. I took navigator blood. I powdered some blank bones, and I made it into elixir of haha no warp.
Why on earth would you do that?
That is something.
I'm gonna inject myself with demon be gone.
I mean, I suppose that's one way to avoid being possessed. Just
By
one
the way-
question. How do you enjoy not having living flesh because you are now a Necron?
Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop.
Team Fortress 2, the best multiplayer of ever. Yeah, I could figure. Do you guys think the guy whose name is that engineer with the picture of the engineer from TF2 with one of the custom engineer weapons likes TF2?
Oh god, is it one of these
No.
people?
What do you think his opinion on TF2 is?
Pretty.
He liked playing. He
negative.
liked playing engineer
That's a
from Team
mediocre.
Fortress 2.
This makes him a bad human.
Yeah.
He probably hates spies.
Everyone hates spies.
Loud House is the only
No,
series to
Spy
beat
was kinda fun
SpongeBob
if
in
you were good at
ratings,
it.
and the series has
Okay, let
earned
me
my
rephrase that.
respect. I
Nobody
generally
likes
like the
Spy,
show, but some
that
episodes
plays
made
a
Lincoln feel like too
support
much like a black sheep or paint his sisters in a jerkish light. In effect, I could go on a huge rant about Loud House, but I'll pass for now. However, as of Season 3, the show has taken a lighter turn in which the characters that previously didn't get much action now take the spotlight. However, some people are still hold on to past seasons and never seem to move on from them, considering Season 3 is poor episodes when it actually has good ones, according to him. Okay, sure, whatever, buddy.
You're still watching Loud House, which is,
Its own problem.
Next game, Killing Floor 2. I really like it. It's a great game. Better than Killing Floor 1. I don't disagree, honestly.
He's right.
Yeah.
Just didn't have a lot of. Just didn't have enough time for it.
Yeah, exactly, same, yeah. I think the Killing Floor's biggest flaw is how long it takes to level up your class.
Oh my god, it takes.
Oh
fucking
god,
long.
yeah, it takes so long to get anything done. Like
I had to level up my class, I literally had to play the level up map, which channels all of the zombies down a very long hallway, and it has only one spawn location, and you play it on extremely very hard so you get maximum XP, but because you're the only player, they don't get a big HP buff, and so basically you just shoot in a line down the hallway and hope you kill them before they get to you, and then you just keep doing that over and over again. And even doing that for like over 200 hours, I still am only like halfway through my class leveling for one class.
Yeah, that
It's
sounds about right.
I don't hate the game. It's just in order to do the things that are fun.
Yeah, you need the higher levels, because you need the higher levels so you have the discounts on the fun guns, so you can actually get the fun guns.
But like the amount of time you have to spend grinding
Is absurd, yeah.
completely removes all the joy that you might get.
And then on top
from
of that,
finally getting the fun guns.
and on top of that, they also sell DLC guns, which is like, you know, I get it. It's a free game, effectively, after, because like they do a whole bunch of events and they do a whole bunch of updates,
They
and
do a lot of updates, but like.
And it's like, yeah, okay, so you have the fucking, you know, DLC you can pay for, but some of the guns from the DLC are really, really fucking good. And it's like, okay, well, now you have this whole thing of, do you pay the additional money for the guns? Because, don't get me wrong, again, it's a fun game. And, you know, they do a lot of business practices that are really good, like letting people host their own fucking servers and mod them.
Something somehow Todd has not learned.
Well, it's not just Todd. I mean, it's literally every multiplayer shooter these days wants to have absolute control over their servers, and they try and shut down everyone that tries to host a non-regulated version of the game. And it's really cringe and it's stupid, and it's like, so you have to give Tripwire credit where it's due. They have a lot of good business practices. They give out a lot of free content effectively, and
They didn't turn into the Payday devs.
Exactly, and yeah, and they also never made the game harder.
Payday depresses me now.
Like, that's the other thing about Killing Floor, is
Friendly
when
reminder,
people
Payday 3
bitched.
still has more players than Payday 3.
I know,
Of
right?
course it does.
Like when players bitched about wanting Killing Floor to be harder, the Killing Floor devs responded by saying, okay, well, we'll just add more difficulty levels, but we'll change absolutely nothing about the current difficulty levels.
Extraordinarily based.
Yeah, shocking. It's like, wow, we're not going to fuck up our game because 0.01% of the population of our game wants it to be harder.
But for the 0.01, we got you.
You know, we invented a new difficulty level that gives you literally no extra rewards besides it just being harder.
It's called CBT, and you need to come down to the office for it.
Oof.
Yeah, exactly, right? But, like, that is its major flaw, though, is you need to put so many fucking hours, and it's even worse because there's like a path you need to do. You need to start on Survivor, and then that will give you enough levels that you can start the game in Survivor, and then at wave 5 you switch to the handgunner, and then at wave 10 you can switch to the rifleman, and then once you get to wave 10 to wave 15, then you can play your class. And then, once you do that enough to get your class up to level 15, then you can start with that class. because you needed to get all of the upgrades for the starting perks for the class before you could actually start with the class, because Survivor has the best starting perks, and you have to make it to wave 15 before you try and level up any classes, because that you need to have enough money to buy the class-specific guns that give you the best return of XP for the class, because it takes you 700 fucking hours to level up the class. So if you don't do it this way, it takes 1,400 hours to level up the class.
That sounds so fucking dumb.
It is.
It is. It's really dumb. Yeah. But you know, I understand why they did it. Killing Floor came out back in the day when it was like the MO back in the day of like, I am going to find one game and put 22,000 hours into it. Like, you know, what everyone did back in the day. And so they designed the game with that in mind, of you're going to find the class you like, and then you're just going to play that class only forever.
We know you. All you're gonna do is grind out this one class.
Yeah. Also, the Killing Floor enemy designs are amazing.
Some of them I found to be just too busy and annoying.
What do you know what they call a flesh pounder in France?
Your mom?
What?
The Royale pounder. He's a fucking royal pain in the ass. Fuck flesh pounds, holy shit.
That was...
Boo.
Needs work.
Flat.
Needs work.
That
Yeah.
was like, that was such a bad joke, I can't even
You know what?
qualify it with the tag humor. Instead, I'll tag it with...
Booted him.
I lost it for like half a second. I'm like, shit, this is not.
I just moved him to general.
Ah,
Yeah, I lost the train of thought, and I was just like, yeah, nope.
Yeah, I was like, be gone.
you should have just admitted that you lost it. Just,
Yeah.
Just be like, you know what? I have lost the plot here.
A new age? What the fuck? What the hell's a new age? What the hell's an... What the fuck is this? My personal OC. Core Therion Royce. Unknown age. Assumed 20s.
That doesn't make you sound cool, author.
How to tell when someone isn't in their 20s yet?
They think 20s makes them cool.
No, they do shit like assumed 20 years old. The following is his appearance before the events of A New Age. I don't know what A New Age is because I just checked all of his stories and there is no New Age in them. So, physical appearance before coming to Mobius. Oh god. He was average-sized person, measuring 5'5". Yeah.
I mean,
You sure about that, author? Average?
you know what? Not everyone is an elf.
Yeah, but see, the thing is that in America, 6 to 6'1" is average.
For men, maybe.
Yeah, for men. This is a guy. He's a manlet. He's coping hard about being a manlet. With a white skin tone, and voice was deep with brown hair. The voice had brown hair?
People really need to learn how to group details appropriately for these descriptions, because this is... I'm finally starting to get tired of it. This is getting ridiculous.
CDC data, height for US age is on average 5'9". Bro, that's still 4 inches higher than him.
Yeah, that's still 4 inches taller than him. He's a manlet.
Yeah. He looks like a taller version of the engineer from Team Fortress 2.
That
Jesus.
the engineer is taller than 5'5", you fucking idiot.
No, come on. Is the engineer from Team Fortress 2 a mere 2 feet? 5'6"?
Okay, I know.
Wait,
Bruh.
that's all he is?
I mean, he's decently short.
Damn, engineer's fucking tiny.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't
Yeah.
realize engineer was also manlet status, but he's a
Yeah.
southern gentleman.
Yeah. Southern manlet.
It's
Oh.
not about the size. It's about how you
sometimes you
use
don't
it.
need.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes you just need a little less gun.
Uh-huh. Anyway, so as I was saying, I like how he's saying that he's a taller version of the engineer, saying while also saying he's an inch shorter.
He's wearing lifts.
He's a taller version of the engineer who is 5'6". Hmm.
It's within one standard
Hmm.
deviation.
Someone in that chat actually just hit us with a proper engineering joke.
Yes.
Motherfucker.
After coming to
How
Mobius, he was
dare
turned
you.
into a red Mobian fox.
The fuck
What?
is that?
Oh,
what?
this is
Oh,
supposed to be
no.
Sonic. This is
Oh,
this is
no.
Mobius
Oh,
from
it's
the
a
Sonic comic
Sonic.
and cartoon.
I just realized. No,
When you said Mobius, I'm like, oh, please don't be the Sonic Mobius. Please be something
Decreasing his
It's a fucking
height
furry.
to 4'8". And his hair is now bushier and more red than brown, but he kept his deep voice. Wears black engineer goggles with brown gloves. Engineer goggles. Engineer goggles.
You mean welding goggles? You fucking hip. You fucking
Engineer
shit.
goggles.
You fucking shithead.
Max, do you have your pair of engineering goggles?
I hate this person. I hate this person. I hate this
Yeah,
person.
let me just go find it real quick. You know what? Actually, what does Google give me if I type in engineering goggles?
White shoes and carries a bladed multi-purpose wrench.
Oh, this is hilarious. Sneaky, do you know what it gives me as the very in private, no account, first
Yeah.
result? Green tinted goggles, classic World of Warcraft item.
Lamau.
Nice.
What does it give me for shopping results?
Engineer? Yeah, I'm engineering my
you.
fucking limit.
Me when I hear this fucking story again.
I hate you people so much. They're just welding goggles, you stupid fucks.
Personality. Being on red team.
Please, author, stop making every one of us look bad, you piece of shit.
Oh, author doesn't
Personality.
help you with that.
Red team. Interesting.
No.
He is the sanest member of the group. Also, I am forever highly amused by the fact that the red spy was shocked while pretending to be the blue scout, because the blue spy managed to catch photos of him fucking Scout's mom.
Bro got caught in 4K.
Bro wasn't even pretending to be shocked someone was fucking the mom. He was shocked that someone caught him fucking the mom.
How
Oh,
the fuck
God,
did
that
he get
was
these
great.
photos?
I don't remember a I don't remember anyone taking these photos. Me when I snipe you. Yeah. I mean, the taunting after. Did they ban taunting after kill?
No.
No, people
No,
do
that's-
that. I haven't played in a
people-
while, and they were
people
doing
still
that
do that.
constantly.
Oh, see, I thought I remember hearing in like ranked games they banned taunting after kill with an auto ban.
That's no. So
I've
they
never
ban
done
certain.
competitive.
They have banned certain taunts because they like somehow offer an advantage. Because you can see behind walls and shit. Because it makes you go into third person.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got here. But he also can become insane occasionally. He gets annoyed when his buildings are messed with, and when he becomes angry, he is unapproachable, and he will want to kill people.
Okay.
Personality. Okay. This is how you know that someone isn't 20 yet. Yes, that picture, yeah. Abilities. Possessing an IQ of 220.
Okay.
See, this is what a lot of people don't really understand about IQ, is that it's exponential in its numbering. The difference between 130 IQ and 135 IQ is vastly higher than the difference between 100 IQ and 110 IQ. The higher the number goes, the more the smaller differences matter. And so when people come out with being like, oh yeah, well my character has like 200 IQ, when like the highest IQ ever recorded was like 180 on Hawking, it's like, so what you're saying is you are just like
Overcompensating.
massively over. Yeah, it's like making an OC whose dick is like 2 feet long and they're like 8 feet tall.
My OC's penis is 20 feet long.
Unironically, that one time with Naruto.
I fucking forgot about that, and you made me remember this. Why have you done this?
No, you helped him.
No, I
make your-
didn't.
Yeah, you're the one that said 20 feet long dick.
No, you fucking said it first.
No, he didn't.
No,
You
I didn't.
just said it first.
The fuck are you
wait.
smoking?
Wait, someone actually did that?
Yes!
I fucking didn't even know about that. I was just making a joke on the fucking people who are just like, oh yeah, this character is so fucking massive. And I fucking know it was an actual fucking thing. Genuinely did not know. I am sorry, everyone. Wasn't aware that it was somehow worse people than. I'm just fucking. I'm sad. I'm sad that this exists.
Anyway, enough about
Thank you.
noses, issues.
And kill yourself.
Over the years, he grew interested in robotics beyond the sentry gun.
Oh no.
Yes. You know where this is going.
No. And I'd really rather not know.
History, cringe, PhD in robotics. That's not what a PhD is in. A PhD would be like application of robotics in a perpetual war scenario of the modern warfare age. That's what PhDs are. They're hyper-specific shit. Robotics. That is a fucking bachelor's. Weapon systems. He achieved both PhDs. Again, that'd be more like fucking weapon engineering or something, not weapon system. However, his time as Red Engineer made him think of the Mercs as family, despite Scout pissing him off quite often. He went to another world where he fell in love, but that didn't work out. And then the Gravel Wars happened, and then when the Gravel Wars were over, Core took all of Gray Man's robots and began to develop different sentry types, as well as more robots, which aided him in hunting down Gray's robots. And then Gray escaped to Morbius thanks to his partnership with Eggman. And due to a teleporting mishap, Core found himself turning into a furry. Despite this, he and the rest of the Mercs hunted down and killed Gray once and for all. During this conflict, he lost his right hand and replaced it with a gunslinger Manco.
That's not a word.
Well, it is now. Core decided to live his rest of his days on Mobius, where he would continue to develop more advanced robotics to would now rival Eggman's, and he grew affectionate towards the AI he created.
Don't drag me into this, dumbass.
I said, not Atin.
No, I heard Atin.
No, that was a gut roll.
No, Atin is definitely what came from your mouth.
Yeah, you tried to put him in on this.
No.
Even if you didn't try to put me in on it, the words that uttered forth from your mouth certainly sounded like my name.
I mean, if that's how you want to take it. Wow, all this guy does is write Loud House.
I wish that this did not happen.
Okay, so it looks like he purged his older stories. That would explain it.
That would be very nice if he did that.
He did. Because Practical Problem refers to waves of change, which is no longer a story.
Oh, good. I've got ads. Amazon.
Praise be to the Omnissiah for removing this taint.
Alright, let's see what else we got out here in the world. Evangelion 5 Nights at Freddy's.
Cringe.
Humanity is under threat, but humanity has weapons that can kill them. The Evangelions. The responsibility to protect humanity falls upon one man who has a very dark past. Who is that person with a dark past? It's Fritz Smith, aka Michael Afton. No.
No.
This should have been a shit post. And instead of them saying the Evangelions, it should have been the FNAF band.
Get in the fucking animatronic, Shinji!
Get in the fucking animatronic, Shinji.
Shinji, you need to get scooped.
I do not like this terminology.
Your mother was the scooper, Shinji. A lifelong story, a Five Nights at Freddy's Undertale crossover. Of course, why not? A simple question arose one day. What would happen if fandoms and their events all took place in the same universe? No, one day, he says. No, that's a very common question about fandoms, and it's often, it sucks shit and no one does it. Because it sucks shit and no one does it. On the same planet, in the same world, and somehow intersecting? This is the answer I present to you. A Undertale, Five Nights at Freddy's, mass crossover about friendship and kindness. Okay. Alright. Spider-Man 5 Nights at Freddy's V2 reboot. Okay. Five Nights at Freddy's Undertale, The Rabbit of the Underground. Frisk, Sans, and Flowey get tired of the resets, but then Vanny and Gregory fall into the pit as well. Okay.
Extraordinarily dumb. Why are you posting?
Young Justice, Five Nights at Freddy's. 39 chapters, 177,000 words, 300 follows. Atin, explain.
Every day we stray further from the light of God, and the degenerates are empowered.
Oh, that's fair enough. Michael Afton knew he should be dead. He was lured into a death trap by his father and was killed. He should be dead. Instead, he wakes up in Gotham Hospital, and he's not the only one who has questions about what happened. Uh-huh. Loud House, Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh my god.
You know, it is 9:04. We can just be done.
We could. Fazbin Hotel. Okay, this one's actually kind of funny. Old Peepaw Willie has finally kicked the bucket. When Henry said that the darkest pits of hell was waiting for him, William, however, did not expect this. Points in the general direction of Has-Been Hotel. Watch him eventually work to redeem himself. A, no. B,
Lol. Lamau.
you should have kept it as a fucking parody of, you know, when my partner said I was going into the darkest pits of hell, I didn't expect this. What did you do to get here? I butchered children and stuffed them into animatronic suits and forced their souls to create more. What the fuck, dude?
Bro, what the fuck?
It's like, bro, what the fuck? Like, there's murder in someone, and then there's everything you just did.
There's murder, and then there's whatever the fuck you just said, mate.
Doom Guy in Pizzaplex.
Oh, you
That-
know,
That is
this,
a
again,
30-second story.
this had better be a shitpost.
2 chapters, 1,000 words.
Okay.
Graduation and high school. It was prime of Stan's life. In grandstand of obviously the glam rocks and Roxy with her nanotech casing. What? He went up and got his diploma and a handshake and walked off the stage. After the ceremony, Stan went and hugged Roxy. Hell yeah, Doom Guy. Welcome to the real world. I think I'm having a stroke.
Well, that's not good. A few days go by, and Stan is looking at his Praetor suit. What? How did he go to high school then? He's a literal 30-some-old Marine.
know what? That's a really good question that I don't think I want this author's answer to.
Yeah.
Roxy, you ever get the feeling you left something behind? Sometimes. What's up, Doom Guy? I'm heading back to the Pizzaplex, he says, putting the Praetor suit back on. Oh no.
What?
And then that's the end of the chapter because it's only 500 words long and the author doesn't know how to write. Oh god, oh no. Team Still V2. Steve Gearhart, known as the Wrecker in the Wreck Nation Demolition Championship, is forced to go to Beacon. There he meets Thalia Lionel, Ingrid Aircatcher, and Layla Winslow, and together they make Team Steel. And though he holds a secret that can end the entire team, rated M for smut.
Good night, everybody.
Oh no, you don't get to leave.
So, oh yeah, here we go. We got Doom Guy in Pizzaplex. Doom Guy, when 15-year-old Doom Guy gets stuck in Pizzaplex, he escaped with Roxanne Wolf. Rated M for sex.
The feeling this is self-insert.
Yeah, what gives you that idea?
I think I'd rather not say.
Yeah. Kingdom Heart Dimension 3 Dimension Spree Part 2 FNAF Arc.
Thank you, I hate it.
That is the most Kingdom Hearts name possible.
It could be more unhinged, honestly.
Finally, a fanfiction author that gets it.
It's not unhinged enough, honestly.
No, it's fine for an early Kingdom Hearts game.
Kingdom Hearts Dimension 3 Dimensional Spree Part 2 Reforged into the Dreams.
Oh, that actually sounds like it would be a future title, Reforged into the Dreams.
Five Nights of Naruto times Deku.
What? Huh?
What?
What did you just ambush me with?
Five Nights of Naruto times Deku. Also, I just figured out why I call it times.
Because it's an X, which is in the Western world used for the multiplication.
Yes.
Symbol.
However, specifically because having more than one girlfriend would be called two timing, three timing, four timing, etc.
Okay.
That's just what my brain went to back in the day, apparently. And like someone posted a Persona comic where it had four of the Persona girls being like, "I can't believe you, main character, you're four timing on us," and he's like, "Actually, I'm nine timing on you."
As it turns out, I am also with the teacher.
Turns out I'm a whore. But specifically, I read that comic and it just like clicked in my brain as to why I call it times. And I'm like, oh. Because of the relationship, I associated, blank X blank being timing because in a relationship with multiple people is times. I was like, so that's where I got it from. But yeah, no, it was just a little, errant thought today that I had and realized. Fraggle Rock Five Nights at Freddy's crossover?
What cursed phrase did you just utter to me?
A horror suspense story. Uncle Traveling Matt works at FNAF, inspired by that one video Chef PP quits.
Actually, never mind.
Understandable.
Great success.
Honestly understandable.
I was keeping my eye on the fucking chat, and I saw him come in at the worst time.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could still run Arn, and I would recommend it.
Hey, I'm considering it.
Tales of the Glam Rock Ballora, aka Harleen Potter, will take user suggestions.
Oh, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, no, actually, you know, I'm gonna take Atin's advice for once. Fuck this.
Understandable.
I'm just glad that he's not here.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
The tales. Harleen Potter has always been told she was a freak, so when she goes to the Fazbear Pizzaplex and uncovers a whole new mystery, what will happen? Turns out she's going to be adopted by Sun and Moon and make lots of family and friends and become Glamrock Ballora because the soul of Harleen Potter isn't who they think it is.
What the fuck does
What?
that mean?
Yeah. What?
What in the fuck does that mean, author?
Author? Turning Red, the Red Panda of 87. This is a Turning Red Five Nights at Freddy's crossover.
No.
Also, can I just say, I thought Turning Red was a very, 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 very creepy movie.
I didn't watch it because it looked like a shitty version of whatever that emotion story was.
I mean, it was, but
I was gonna say, like, why would you watch it?
it was very. I didn't watch it either. I'm just saying it's very creepy because it's obvious what it's a representative of. Right? It's obvious.
Oh, yeah. A child who's coming of a female child who's coming of a very specific age.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then in the movie itself, there is a lot of very disturbing lines. If you understand the implications.
I mean, I just don't really watch it.
Well, I mean,
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I didn't
Well, I haven't
either,
either.
but I saw someone made a post about it on YouTube, and I was like, well, I got an hour to kill, and I was like, holy shit. Because, like, they say shit like, oh, you know, it's not something to be ashamed of, you should tell everyone about it. It's like,
No?
And then, like, at one point they're charging money from people to watch her turn red.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
What?
like I said, it gets really weird if you understand what it's an allegory for and the direction they took the movie.
Yeah, that's a moment.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Morning Evangelion. Super Smash Brothers Five Nights at Freddy's. Dry Bowser and Toadette are at Five Nights at Freddy's Pizzeria to get pizza. And Chico wants it first, so they engage in a Super Smash Brawl. Okay.
Can I get the check?
Yeah, we're. I think we've had enough internet for the night, gentlemen. I think that's enough. So
yeah,
I
that's
looked
all
this
it
up.
took, huh?
Yeah, that's all it took. So I looked this up, right?
I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
yeah. So I looked this up, right? Turns out our first episode was December 23rd.
It was. I still remember it being that because I was up in Ohio for Christmas with family up north, which is why I wasn't on the first episode.
Yes.
You guys sent me a message like, "Hey man, what's going on?" It's like, "You want us to hold up?" I was like, "No, no, go ahead and get it rolling."
Yep.
And
Yeah,
I
our
listened
first
in.
episode was the 23rd, and that's kind of wild. We're now approaching on year 8. That is. Man. Well, see you guys on Tuesday, because there's always more. And it always gets worse.